The last message from the frozen edge of the world. Listen, people always ask me, what's the most haunting thing you ever saw during those years in the Alaskan oil fields? I worked the North Slope, miles from nowhere, and that's where I met Silas. Silas was a giant, the kind of guy who'd give you his last thermal socks in a blizzard. But everyone knew he had a past. He'd done some dark things he didn't regret, to protect his baby sister from a real-life monster. He was living in exile, working the rigs to send every cent back home. We talked every night over stale coffee. He was the most genuine man I ever met. Someone who just didn't belong a place this cold. Then, one Tuesday, the mail plane came. Silas got a letter from his ex. She was moving to the East Coast, getting remarried. And she told him his son would never know his real father's name. Silas just collapsed inside. I'd never seen a man's spirit just leave his body like that. That night, a massive storm rolled in. Visibility was 0. Silas woke me up. His eyes were completely hollow. He gripped my shoulder hard and said, "I'm tired of being a ghost, kid. I think I'll just join the wind." I tried to stop him. I begged him to stay inside, but he was already at the heavy steel door. The freezing air howled like a wounded animal. He looked back one last time and whispered, "If you ever see my boy, tell him I stayed away so he could grow up in the light. Tell him I love him more than the air I breathe." Then he stepped out into the screaming whiteout, and the snow just swallowed him whole. The search teams didn't find a single trace. It took me 12 years. 12 long years. But I finally found that kid in a college library in Boston. I told him exactly what his father said. And in that moment, for the first time in a decade, I felt like I could finally breathe again.